Hello students, my name is Ms. Holcomb. I'm the Technology Instructional Specialist at Malden High School. What I want to do now is show you the 411 on your Chromebooks, where to go for information. You're going to find many different websites, web pages that go through the process of explaining the policies and procedures of the Chromebook, reporting repairs, how you handle logins, how you use different Google apps. What I want to do is show you how to get to that website, and then we're going to focus on the repair troubleshooting of your Chromebook. To get to the website about Chromebooks, if you go to Malden High's main page, just go across the top of this to Students and go down to Chromebook Support. All of these tabs are separate web pages. Later, I hope that you take some time to go through and look at this, because I think that you're going to find there's a lot of information that is beneficial to you. Let's skip over to Repair Request Form. Just to make sure that everyone understands the way repairs are handled, I want to kind of go through that with you. Every student with a Chromebook that is on campus first period, which is the majority of our students, will need to come before school between 8 to 8:45 to room E102 to report a repair. Sometimes it's really obvious, and you're going to know when you need your Chromebook repaired. If the screen is cracked, shattered, if you have spilled liquid on your Chromebook and it's damaged and you can't use it, you definitely need a repair, and you don't want to wait on that. So please bring it in the morning to E102. You will submit a form. I have it online available, and I will walk you through the process if needed to submit that if you are unable to submit it beforehand. Once we fill this form out, I will check out to you a replacement, a replacement Chromebook for you to take with you, so there'll be no downtime during the repair. Now, if you are not here and you are at Golden Strip in the morning, what you'll need to do is come during C lunch. And again, that's only students who are not here at the start of first period. These are the two times that are designated for Chromebook repair. Now, you may find that you have an issue with your Chromebook, but it's not necessarily something that's going to need an extensive repair. What I want to do is talk to you about ways you can resolve this yourself. One thing you're going to notice, and of course we know this already, anytime you use technology, you're going to have issues pop up from time to time. And sometimes it could be bandwidth. It could be that we're online and our network could be kind of sluggish. Things such as that, that's not going to be every day, but could just happen here and there. And that's not going to be an issue just with your Chromebook by itself. That's something that happens at times school-wide. One thing that you probably, again, are aware of is that sometimes you'll have web pages freeze, particularly if you're trying to stream video. You could have them closing and things of that nature. What you're probably going to find is what most of us find is that this is temporary and it's not every single day. Some of that stuff you're going to have to kind of ride out, and it's not going to be a situation where you're going to have to turn your Chromebook in to get repaired. The easiest way to fix those type of issues frequently is just by powering it off. Not just signing out, but actually turning it off altogether. So that would be my first suggestion. If you find that you're pulling up Chrome and it's so slow, or you're not getting web pages pulling up, try just shutting it down, powering it off completely, turning it back on and logging in again. Let's look at some other troubleshooting steps, because I want you to try them all if you can. Some other things you may want to try to do is like a refresh. You will notice when you get your Chromebooks this key. It's on that very top row of keys, and that's your refresh button. As I mentioned before, powering on and off is always a good idea. I'm going to skip down because I'm going to show you what an extension looks like. But before we talk about extensions, what should be kind of obvious, you do have, and we all know this, if you don't charge a device, its battery is going to run down. It's not going to work. We can't charge your device for you. We can't charge your Chromebook for you. So please understand that's not something I can do either as a, quote, repair. That's not a repair. What could be a repair, though, is if your charger stops working. In that case, definitely bring it by and we need to replace it. And you may want to make sure as well that when you charge at night, that it is pushed all the way into the port, tightly and secure. Let's talk about extensions. Once you get your Chromebook, if you're like me, one of the first things you're going to want to do is to check out the Chrome web store. There's lots of great free apps and extensions that you can try out. One thing you have to be careful about are the extensions. Extensions are kind of like little apps for your browser. They also run almost like software programs. When you download an extension, it could be something such as a video camera, like what I have that's helping me record my computer desktop. That's an extension. Or it could be something that allows you to save something for offline access. There are all sorts of extensions out there. The problem with adding all these is that they all run constantly. You don't turn them off and on. That when you install them, they're on. This is what causes a lot of problems. You do not want all of them running at the same time. These are some extensions I have. You can see them here. The way to disable the extensions, so they're not all running, is to go to the Chrome toolbar right here. Looks like 3 little lines. And more tools is where you'll find extensions. They're listed under here. You will check if you want them enabled and running. And some of these I can't change because they're set by the district. So if you're wondering why you can't uncheck, it's something the district has pushed out to all students to run all the time. But if you don't need some of these every day, then you're going to want to go back and check and discheck. Most of mine are already disabled. And then, of course, you can always go back and enable them later. I'm going to be showing you when you get your Chromebooks an extension, I think, that will help you greatly. It's actually an extension called Extensity. I like it because I don't even have to go that far to disable my extensions. It's really convenient because I just click on it and I can quickly enable and disable. So this is an extension I'm going to recommend that you add on to manage your extensions. But that is one of the greatest problems with Chromebooks and the browser, where it's just not working right. Too many extensions running. And that's basically what I'm going to ask you to do on your own to troubleshoot. Check your extensions. Make sure you're not running them at all times. Make sure you are charging your Chromebook each night before bringing it to school. And always power off and on. And sometimes it just takes giving it a day. If you have a bad day and it doesn't seem to be performing as well, and then come back and see how it does before bringing it in for an actual repair request.